Okay, so as you can see on the screen, we have a cylinder tin 7 centimeter high, is closed at one end. If the total surface area is 462 centimeter square, calculate its radius. Then we have to take pi as 22/7. So we have the formula already. Area equals to curved surface plus closed surface. Curved surface plus closed surface. So area equals to, what is curved surface of a cylinder? Is 2 pi r h. Remember. Then plus what is closed surface? That is closed surface at one end. Closed at one end. So this place will be closed at one end. Then that is why we are going to be having area equal to 2 pi r h plus pi r square. Then what is area? 462, as you have it in the question. Then pi. Then you factorize. What is the highest common factor, or what is common here? We see that pi r is common. So 2 pi r divided by r, we have 2h, plus pi r square divided by r, we have r. Then from there we can now substitute pi as 22/7 r in bracket. Then 2 times what is height? 7 plus r. So from there we can then cross multiply such that 7 times 462 will come here. So 7 times 7 times 462. 7 times 462 will be equals to 22r in brackets 14 plus r. Okay, so from there we can since this is 22r, we can still divide by 22. Since we have 22r here, so we can still divide by 22. Yes, we should. Can still divide by 22 here. So here is 22. So at the end of the day, this one we cancel this one. Then can we split this one to a bit, or should we say should we say 2 in 22 11, 2 in 462, that will give us a 231. So 231 times 7, what do we have? 231 times 7 will give us a 1617. So 1617 over 11 equals to r times 14r plus r times r square. Of course, should be able to. Can 11 go in 1617? Let's see, 11 is 16. That will give us a 1, remainder 5. Join that 5 with this one, making 51. 11 is 51, that should give us 4, remainder 7. So if you put that 7 here, that will be 77. 11 is 77, and that is 7. 11 is 77. 11 in 77, that is 7. So we have 14r plus r square. So from there we can now write this properly as r square plus 14r, then 147 will come here, minus 147 equals to 0. Then we factorize. So how do we factorize? Of course we know how to factorize, such that r square, such that the product of this, by the time we get the factor, will give us the sum of this. So r square times minus 147 will give us minus 147 r square, and then the sum is 14r. So 14r. So to look for the product now, so r square minus, so that is minus 147 r square, then sum 14r. So what are the two numbers that when we multiply together it will give us 147, and when we add it's going to give us 14r. So then the two numbers should be okay, let's look at all the factors of 147. So that should be 21 and 7, because that should be 21 and minus 7, because 21 times minus 7 will give us minus 147. Alright, 21 plus minus 7 will give us 14. So by that we introduce that r, then we have what we are looking for. So it's going to be r square plus 21r minus 7r minus 147 equals to 0. So what is common here? The highest common factor is r square divided r plus 21r divided r is 21. Then what is common in these two? Minus 7. Then you open brackets for it. So minus 7r divided minus 7, we have r. Minus divided minus is plus. 147 divided 7 is 21 equals to 0. So the one outside the bracket is r minus 7 equals to 0. The one inside the bracket is r plus 21 equals to 0. So r will be equals to 7, because by the time you bring minus 7 becomes 7, and r equals to minus 21. Of course, radius can never be negative, so we render this immaterial while we pick the positive value as the correct answer. So the answer now, which is r, or which is radius, is, mind my barrel, radius will be equals to what is radius? 7 centimeter. So radius is going to be 7 centimeter. So that is the radius for this question. Please, let's go back to the solution again, so that we can get the appropriate value. However, you may not need to follow all this long step. You may just substitute your value from here, and then do a kind of change of formula, or change of subject or formula, then you have gotten your answer. So that is for 3b. Now, how do we solve for 5a? To solve for 5a is very simple. The question says in the diagram PQST is a parallelogram. PR is a straight line. Then length TS is 8 cm, while length SM equals to 6 cm, and area of triangle is PSR equals to 36 cm square. Find the value of length QR. Now, to find the value of length QR, that means what they ask us to look for is from this point here to this point here. That is what they ask us to look for. From this point here to this point here, that is what we are looking for. So definitely, even from before the solution, you should be able to see what to do. Now, how do we get QR? It's very simple. You just know that, okay, from year to year is PR, so that will be length PR, and then from year to year is length PQ. Okay, so since we are looking for QR, then length QR will actually be the whole length from here to this place. That will be length PR, then minus, then the length from here to this place will be length PQ. Then that will give us the remaining value from here to this place, which is the length of QR they asked us to look for. So now I go back to the question again. So we have diagram PQST is a parallelogram, PR is a straight line. Of course, you can see PR is a straight line, and area of triangle PSR is 36 centimeter square. Wow, triangle, that means there is a triangle that is embedded in this parallelogram. So how do we do this? It's a very simple logic. Now we can, since it says triangle PSR, that means what they are trying to tell us is that we have a triangle that is linking from here to this place, down to this place, because the triangle PSR. So I'm the one, I'm supposed to have sketched it this way, but leave it like that so that I can understand. So we have triangle PSR. So now you know that the formula for finding area of triangle is half times base times height. So we have area here equals to half times. Now what is the base at this point? The base is from this point, because now this is a triangular shape now, so the base is from this point to this point. So the base there now is length PR, then times what is the height? Of course we have height here, which is a 6 centimeter. So we have 6 centimeter. So from there we have we have been given area already, which is 36 centimeter square equals to 1/2 times length PR times 6 centimeter. Okay, 2 here 1, 2 in 6 is 3. So we have 36 centimeter square equals to length PR times 3 centimeter. So we can actually divide both sides by 3 centimeter. So this will have cancelled this. So the total will cancel centimeter. 3 here 1, 3 in 36 is 12 centimeter. So length PR equals to 12 centimeter. Okay, we have gotten length PR as 12 centimeter, and remember we are looking for length QR. Okay, so since we have gotten length PR as 12 centimeter, so and then of course from here I say length PQR equals length PR, which is this, minus PQ. So how do we obtain our PQ? Let's go back to the diagram. So we have PQ. Then if you look at this here, we have a kind of a parallel line here, and then that means that the same length of this line is equal to the same length here, that is opposite side are equal, and that is one of the properties of parallelogram. So if length TS is 8 centimeter, then it's going to be the same thing as length PQ. So length PQ will also be 8 centimeter. So going back to the formula we have produced here, just say length QR equals to, now what is length PR? Length PR is 12 centimeter minus what is length PQ? Length PQ is 8 centimeter. So length QR now will give us 12 centimeter minus 8 centimeter is what? 4 centimeter. So that settles that problem. I hope you understand that aspect. Okay, all right, then we go to one of the crucial question, and some of you have been finding it difficult, so I will want you to listen and listen good. And the question says a tree and a flagpole are on the same horizontal ground. So we assume, so please let's assume that this is a tree. This is a tree. So that is our assumption now. And they said and a flagpole. So we assume that this is a flagpole. Of course, flagpole cannot be as tall as tree. So let's say this is a flagpole. So we assume that this is a flagpole, and they now say that they are on the same horizontal ground. That means that the level at the same horizontal ground. Okay, so they said a bird on top of the tree. So this is a bird. We assume that this is a bird on top of the tree observes the top and bottom of the flagpole. So observe, so a bird there is observing the top. This is the top of the pole. And the top, a bird on top of the tree observe the top and the bottom of the flagpole. So this is the top of the pole, and then this is the bottom of the flagpole. Now since it is a depression, because looking at it from the top, so we are going to have kind of a line here. I hope you still remember that. Okay, good. And then I say that at angle, so the top and bottom of the flagpole below it at angle of 45 degrees. Now remember that the top of the flagpole was mentioned for first, so that will be 45 degrees. So this is angle 45 degree, and then later they say respectively, so 45 degree and 60 degree. So 45 degree is for the top pole, while the other angle is for the bottom of the flagpole. So the bottom of the flagpole will now be what? That will be 60 degree. So good. Now of course we can balance it up here from this point. Please don't mind me, I'm not really balanced when I'm solving this question. Okay, so now apart from that, there are some little things we can do there. You can see some alternate segments, and we can see alternate angle there. That is, if this side is 45 degree, of course this part here too will be 45 degree, and if this part is 60 degree, the alternate angle here is going to be 60 degree. I hope we are communicating. Okay, now they now say that, going back to the question, they say if the tree is 10.65 meter, so the tree, this is the tree, don't forget, it's 10 points. So the height of the tree is 10.65 meter. That is the height of the tree. Now and calculate correct the three similar figure the height of the flagpole. So we have to calculate this height of the flagpole, because this is the pole, so we are calculating the height of the flagpole. So let's assume that we want to label this. Let's call this one A, let's call this B, let's call this C, let's call this D, let me call this part E. Okay, let me call it that way. Okay, so if we are to calculate the length of the height of the flagpole, which is this, then definitely remember that this is a rectangular shape and opposite side are equal. So if this is the height we are looking for, that means that it's going to be equal to this one. So we can still use an idea that we use in this question number 5a. That is, in this question number 5a, you can see I've done it, the idea that I make use of in this place. So good. So that means that what we are looking for here now is going to be angle BC, length BC, or side BC. So if I'm looking at side BC, how do I obtain my side BC? Is going to be AC. You can see AC, that is the entire height. So length AC, then minus length what? Minus length AB. So as a fast thinker, I'm just trying to ask those of you that are fast in thinking to know if you really grab before I say it out. So minus length AB, such that the remaining part is going to be length BC. Okay, now how do we get length AC and how do we get length AB? That is the issue now on ground. Okay, now let's take this triangle, let's bring it outside, most especially the whole triangle here, this part here, and let's see what we are going to have. So if I am to bring this whole triangle outside, I have something like this nature. So I have 60 degree here, don't forget. So I'm taking this I'm taking triangle ACD, triangle ACD, that's what I'm taking. So I'm taking triangle ACD so that I can know the triangle I'm taking. That is so now if I'm taking triangle ACD, now this side will be 60 degree. So why this side? Why this side is so why this side is so now AD, angle AD is 60 degree, then I mean, sorry, I'm going to the 60 degree. Why side AC is going to be 10.65 uh 10.65 meter. Okay, so now what we are looking for is now side CD. The question is, why are we looking for side CD? We are looking for side CD so that we can be able to get side BE. Then from side BE, we'll be able to move on. Apart from that, we'll be able to make use of the upper right angle triangle. Okay, so now how do we now look for side CD? Let us know that side CD is Y. So here it will now be opposite over what? Opposite over adjacent. And opposite over adjacent, that is tan theta. So tan theta equals to opposite over adjacent. So that will be tan 60 degree equals to, what is opposite? Opposite is 10.65 over, then what is adjacent? Adjacent is x. Now what is going to be tan 60 degree? So what is going to be tan 60 degree? Now if you check your calculator and then you have this, or since I'm not really having calculator with me, but I can just say that cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, we have s times tan 60 degree, that is s tan 60 degree, then equals to 10.65. so by the time you divide both side by yes, we are dividing by tan 60 degree rather. Yes, we divide both side by tan 60 degree. So divide by tan 60 degree. This will have cancelled this. Then eventually our answer is going to be s equals to so tan 60 degree divide, 10.65 divide tan 60 degree. So of course we are going to have 6.1488 meter. Remember that the unit we are using here is meter, just that I did not carry it along when I was solving. So s equals to 6.1488 meter. Okay, so if is it x? We are dealing with y, not x. Y is y, not x. Y. So y equals to 6.1488 meter. Okay, so we can proceed from here. So remember that length CD is the one we solve for. CD is what we solve for, which is y. Okay, you can see it on the diagram here. CD is y. Though we did not put it here for me, we can still put it. It doesn't mean anything. So CD is y, and CD actually give us the result of 6.1488. But if you look at the diagram, CD and BE are equal. CD and BE, they are equal. So if length CD is 6.1488, then same thing, length BE will also be 6.1488. Okay, meter. We are not through yet, so we have only gotten a part of what we are looking for. Okay, good. Now we now move on to the next, the smaller triangular shape there. So smaller triangular shape, if we draw it out, we have something of this nature. So mind you, this value here is 6.1488. So definitely this side will also be 6.1488. Okay, now if this is 45 degree, if it's 45 degree, definitely this place is also going to be 45 degree, telling us that it's a right angle triangle. The right angle triangle, of course, when we have same angle, then we are going to have same side. That leads us to isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Yes. So now if you look at this already, this one is 6.1488. Can see it's already, but by that we got this answer, then we know that they are equal. So 6.1488. So if this side is 6.1488, so of course the other side here will also be 6.1488. 6.1488, and that is a that triangle is ABC. So ABE. So definitely if BE, length BE is 6.1488, then same thing with length AB. So length AB will also be 6.1488. Okay, we are getting closer to the end of the answer. So by so doing, we can now go back to where we have our standard formula for it. We are the one that actually drafted this out by ourselves. So we have length BC equals to, now what is length AC? We have length AC, that is the entire value for the length of the tree, which is 10.65. So we have 10.65 meter minus, then what is the minus length AB? So what is length AB? Length AB is 6.1488. So at the end, I'm going to have length BC equals to then 10.65 meter minus 6.1488 meter. So we are going to have of course, since I don't have calculator, but the result is going to give us something like 4.49 something. So but the question says we should leave it in 3 significant figures. You can see 3 significant figures, so you have to leave your answer in 3 significant figures. That will give us 4.50 meter. So that is the end of this work. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel. Subscribe on it. Bye bye.